I thought you might like to see what it looks like at one of these events as people are coming in. So I'm literally going to walk to the stage and show you.
Talking to people at the event so far today, the party does feel very much at a crossroads. What do you think needs to happen now to move the party forward in the future over the next few years?
We've got to make a fundamental strategic choice. Do we want to be a modern, compassionate, Conservative Party that colonises the centre ground and dominates British politics in the way that we started to do under David Cameron? Or do we want to retreat to a right-wing bunker with much more limited appeal? And I think if we do the latter, it will be a profound mistake.
Well, I think this is not just the Conservative Party. You see this in, for instance, the Labour Party, is that Brexit is something that continues to be a huge issue for activists. And that's why it's so important, actually, that we just deal with this, we get this over the line, and actually it matters also for the country. When you knock on doors, people are talking about why have we not yet left.
Well, look, sometimes people say, you know, are you thinking about the party interest or the national interest? Sometimes they are the same thing. Our country needs a sensible, broad-based, right-of-centre party. The Conservative Party has been that party for many years. Our liberal democracy needs us. It needs us more now than ever. By the way, I think it also needs a sensible, broad-based, left-of-centre party. So we need to remember all that unites us. Yeah, we've had this big debate about Europe, not for the first time, but perhaps on an even bigger scale. But actually, we need to remember all that we have in common. We need to stay focused. We need to stay practical. We need to get Brexit done, but there's an awful lot of other things we need to get done as well.
You know, I think in truth, the huge growth in social media has timed with the Conservative government coming into power in 2010. You know, when I was first an MP in 2010, there was hardly any social media, and the exponential growth means we are the party in government, so of course people will always criticise. And let's be honest, it's very easy to throw stones. It's much harder to actually pick something up and solve it yourself. So I think realistically we need the social media companies to take some responsibility. The constant death and violence threats are very, very harmful and appalling, and having a very negative impact on our national life, I do believe.
Well, and on democracy itself, because people are being
right.
put off, aren't
yeah,
they?
They really are.
Really
and,
worrying.
You know, for me, having been Leader of the Commons for a couple of years, I spent a lot of time trying to get young people, particularly young women, to have an interest in serving their country as in politics. And a lot of them are just put off by the horrible things they see on social media. So we all need to tackle it, all of us, including those keyboard warriors sat in their bedrooms. Hope they're listening to this. Just stop it. Please stop it. The social media companies need to take some steps, but also we as politicians need to call it out. We need to protect each other better, and nobody needs to be afraid. You know, there is a lot of support out there.
But you know what? As I go around speaking to people, we're going to have to go back to face-to-face contact, meeting with people, speaking with people, listening to people. And when we've got good ideas, people will say, I'll come back on board with you. But I think we've got to go back to, I'd call it door-to-door sales, knocking on doors, engaging people, talking to people. And then, yes, being confident of who we are. We'll have to go on the TV, we'll have to go on the radio, we'll have to go on the media. You just got to get your voice out there.
So people have just got to show it and demonstrate this.
We've got to chuck aside our traditional British reticence and get out there and have an argument.
Finally, a very quick one. In the News Review programmes at the end of the year, what would be the top 2 items if you're Prime Minister?
Jeremy Hunt, the person who once again surprised us all by going to Brussels, getting a deal, taking us out of the European Union, cutting taxes, transforming our social care system. My God, what an amazing Prime Minister.
Jeremy, thank you very much.